Failing a test. I got an F. I got a D. You should never get an F. You should never ever get an F. F means that you basically put no effort, or you just turned in a blank sheet. If you guess all the questions, you should at least get a D. Don't get an F. However, like I've said, community college is easy because it's straightforward, but it's not always going to be smooth sailing. Sometimes you're going to have bumps in the road, or whatever you call it. And that happened for me too. My first math test, it was a pre-calculus test, and after that I didn't take math again, other than statistics. My first math test, I got a D plus. I think it was like a 68, 67. That's when I started doubting my ability. That's when I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I built for this? Am I, am I capable of transferring well? And I just want to assure you that if you guys do poorly on a test, it's normal. There's no way that, you can get an A on every single test. There's no way that you can ace every single test. There are going to be some classes, there are going to be some tests, some assignments where you don't do well. And that shouldn't be a factor for you to, get depressed and just quit. No, you should never think like that. What I'm trying to tell you guys here is that it's normal. It's completely normal for you to do bad on one test, or two tests, or three tests. But above that, you should really avoid getting a bad grade. For me, a bad grade in community college is either a C or a D. Worst case, you should get a D, and a solid D, not a D minus. You should never get an F. F is it's very difficult to get your grades up if you get an F. A D is difficult too, but it's still doable. A C is doable, but an F is very difficult. If you fail a test, it's great. I mean, it's not great, but okay, you failed it. Is that it? No. You have to understand why you failed the test. You have to understand what you have to do the next time in order for you to not get the same grade. And when I failed my math test, when I got a D, I went to the professor and I asked her a bunch of questions, legit questions, like, why was this question marked down? I thought that this number was correct, blah, 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 blah. And basically, having the initiative, walking to your teacher's, your professor's office and asking for advice, asking questions about a test, makes a great impression to your teacher. So in the future, when she grades your test, she can have it in her mind that, or his mind that, oh, this student, he got a bad grade, but he's determined and he's willing to improve. So I'm gonna cut him some slack when I'm grading. That may not be the case, but it is a possibility that they may think like that. And also, if you go to office hours and ask questions on why you did poorly on a test, you can use that to build a relationship so that you can write your letter of recs later down the road when you're applying for transfer applications. So, I failed the test, I did poorly. It's fine. Make sure you understand why you failed it. Don't get an F. Because like I've always said, GPA is the most important. Getting an F will hurt your GPA.